Hello, everyone. It's Todd Screama, CEO of Summit Funding. I want to do a video about how to build character and self-management type stuff. I run into so many people, and it's not just salespeople, and they're so emotional, and once their emotions get past a certain point, things get a little nutty. And so I came up with a visual aid that goes with this, and I'm going to cover 10 things on what a high character person does and thinks, and as opposed to an overly emotional person. We're all emotional, but this is too much emotion, okay? So here goes. As I go through this, I want you to think of yourself and how do I act in those areas when faced with certain things. So the first thing is character-driven people do the right thing, and then they feel good, okay? A emotion-driven person feels good and then does right. You see how backwards that is? So I do Greatness Tracker because it's the right thing to do, and then I feel good about it. An emotion-driven person in that I've got to be in the right state, the right motion, the right emotional state in order to sell, and then I'll sell. But man, if I got a thumbnail or something, I just won't sell. Okay, that's very different. Number two, a character person, they are commitment-driven. In other words, if I make a commitment and I fail that commitment, I feel horrible. Where an emotion-driven is convenience-driven. Well, I will show up on time if it's convenient for me. Number three, a high-character person makes principle-based decisions. So if my principle is to respect people, I respect everybody. A low-character person or a overly emotional person will make popular decisions. Well, if everyone likes Mark, then I'll like Mark. But if Mark, if everyone doesn't like Mark, even if I don't know him, I won't like him. That kind of stuff. Number four, let action control attitude. And a lower character person or a more emotional person lets attitude control action. Okay? See how different? There's totally two opposite ways of doing things. High character, believe it, then see it. The emotion-driven person, see it and then believe it, right? So if I see someone else doing it, then I might believe it, right? And you see, again, polar opposites. Number six, create momentum. So I self-create my own momentum. The other person waits for momentum. That's why you'll see loan officers do really well in a refi boom because I think there's momentum. And I tell people, dude, there's thousands of loans being done in every market in a non-refi market, right? So you create your own momentum. Number seven, a high character person asks, what are my responsibilities? A highly emotional says, what are my rights? If you read the newspaper, you'll see this or the news. What are my rights? Instead of what are my responsibilities? Whoa, totally different. Number eight, continues when problems arise. So a high character person continues in spite of hard times. And number eight, they quit when problems arise. This is just I don't know if I want to do this anymore, right? They quit during hard times. Number nine, they're steady eddies. Emotion-driven, moody. And that's something we can all relate to. Are you steady Eddie or are you moody? Number 10, they're leaders, and high emotion driven have to be followers because people will not, they can't be leaders. People won't follow them. Okay, so highly emotion driven are very much follower based. So when you think about this, the idea is have high character, you'll gain high trust, and we'll reach that love point. This is a great exercise when you take time to really digest the words. And you say, how many of those, how many out of those 10 am I high character and how many of those are high emotion? For most people, if they're being honest, they're probably 50-50. It's a huge shift to get 3 or 4 or 5 of those over to the other side. Huge shift. When you live in that high character column, you change the planet. And that's what we're here to do. So guys, thanks for listening. I hope you got something from it.